Check, check. All right, guys, we're about to get started. Going to go ahead and call you guys up here one by one, and then I will bring Miles in the mix as well. All right, we're good to go, Ramsey? Let me know whenever we are live. All right, guys, I'm real excited to be here today. We have a really stacked card ahead of us in Kissimmee for this Saturday, August 9th. The doors will open at 3:15, and the first fight will start at 4 p.m., and once we start, we ain't stopping. The pro show will kick off at usually 7:30, 7:45, and we have some really exciting fights on this card. We have 3 championship fights. We have UFC veterans. We have women's professional MMA. Really a little bit of everything for every fight fan. I'm really looking forward to it, and I also believe that we'll have half a dozen guys from this card will be in the UFC one day, and I think 2 or 3 of those will be really soon with a win. We're always pushing the bar here at Combat Night, looking to provide you fans with better fights, and on this card, I can say that I think we outdid ourselves. Richard Cox, as a matchmaker, has really went above and beyond. We have multiple fights where it's a high-level prospect versus a high-level prospect that are both looking to get to the UFC, and they're fighting here in front of us. And I think that, even the guy who loses one day will be in the UFC. And I think there's a couple fights on this card just like that. So without further ado, I would like to start inviting some of our guests up today. First up, for the Florida man title at 155 pounds, we have Cedric Lusant challenging the champ, Theron Thorne. I'll say a little bit about each fight as these guys walk up. I am really looking forward to it. If I had to say there was 2 of the top gentlemen in Combat Night, I would say it was these 2 guys right here. But at the same time, when that cage door shuts, they get straight to business. So it's always a pleasure working with these guys. They're as professional as they come, and we can't wait to see them throw down for the Florida man title. Both these guys are coming off of TKO victories, 1 in 20 seconds in Theron Thorne. And I believe Cedric had the second round TKO in his last fight. First round TKO, my apologies. I looked at him because I was like, oh, he's going to correct me if I'm wrong. So both these guys are coming off first round knockouts. Excited to see these 2 throw down tomorrow for the Florida man title, Saturday. Next up, this is 2 prospects. High level fight to be able to be seen here on the regional scene. We have Ali Abazulam, and then we have Lucas LaRue checking in at 170 pounds. These 2 guys will be throwing down in the welterweight division. These 2 guys both come out of top camps, one in Orlando and one over in Tampa. And I just cannot wait to see these 2 guys get in there and throw down. This is, again, one of those fights just like the last where I think even the loser will find himself in the UFC one day, and this is going to be a great fight to challenge themselves. Next up, this is some of the young guns, the up-and-comers. I'm real excited to have Ben Ayers versus David Angel. If you've ever watched either of these guys fight, you know that they're both dogs. They're going to get in there and throw down from bell to bell. They're relentless. Forward pressure is a must for both of them. So I'm real excited to see the forward pressure from each other meet in the middle and who takes the first step back. Last but not least, in the heavyweight division, we have J.R. Crosby and we have Jackson Stanford. Some more young guns coming up, fresh with us, not a whole lot of pro experience. They both fought a similar opponent, the same opponent in their last fight. Both got first-round knockouts. They both bring the pressure as well. They're both coming to put on a show, and I'm really excited to see these heavyweights throw down tomorrow, or Saturday. I keep saying tomorrow. That's really it for me, guys. I'm going to go ahead and invite the voice of the Combatagon, Black Santa Miles Amos. Give him a round of applause, guys. Let him take us over.
Yeah. All right, I got to lift it up a little bit. I'm just slightly taller than Mitch. His beard might be a little bit longer than mine, but I got the height where it matters. All right. So, ho, ho, ho. You already know, ladies and gentlemen, like Mitch said, thank you for coming to the Combat Night Conference here in Orlando. I know technically it's Kissimmee, but a lot of these fighters, train out here in Central Florida. So, for all purposes, this is Combat Night Orlando Pro. All right, so let's get straight down to it, right? We all want to know, how do you guys see yourself winning these fights so we could just go down the line, just pass the microphone, starting with the champ here, Mr. Thor. How do you see yourself, finishing this fight?
Cedric's probably going to come out hot. He's a real strong, well-rounded competitor. But I always come to fight every fight. I'm going to come out looking for the finish. I think my wrestling defense is going to set up the knockout on the feet, and that's what I'm looking for to keep my all my finish is intact, my 100% finish rate.
Okay, absolutely. Then let's go over to your opponent on this side. I know you're definitely going to show up and show out, but let us know how you're going to do that.
It's funny he says the wrestling defense is going to set out the knockout, but primarily this whole camp, I've been hoping that he comes out the way he did against Corey, because if he does, it's going to be a quick night.
Okay. Now let's go over here to the welterweights. Ali, man, how about yourself? How do you see yourself, finishing this fight and maybe winning?
See myself finishing this fight with a head kick knockout.
Ooh, okay. Head kick knockout. All right, over on this side, Lucas, man, he says, I think I looked up in his record, man, he's had a lot of decision victories, but he says you're going to be his first finish, man. How you feel about that?
I just know that every single fight that I've had so far in the octagon or in the combatagon has been fireworks. I've never had a boring fight in my entire career, and I don't plan on doing that this Saturday. But if he thinks he's getting that finish, I just don't see it going that way. But I'm ready for 15-minute war or a quick night like I'm used to. I mean, he's got a lot more mat time, but I didn't need all that mat time because I got mine done early. So we'll see.
Okay. Now over here to the young guns, man. Mr. Andrew, man, how you feel like you're going to finish your fight?
What's happening, guys? Honestly, I respect Ben a lot. He's a tough competitor, but I don't think he's on my level. I think I'm going to outskill him in every single part of the fight, whether it comes to the wrestling, the striking. We can kickbox, we can box. Wherever the fight goes, I believe I'll finish him. But I do see myself knocking him out in the first round.
Over here, Ben, man, what about yourself?
On top in dominant fashion.
Straight like that. Okay. Now let's go to the heavyweights. JR, not Junior, JR.
You missed it all. We're good. It's heavyweight MMA, so just put your chin down, keep your hands up, and I'll throw heavy hands and kicks until one lands. So.
All right. Over on this side, Jackson.
I got respect for JR, but I just think I'm better at everything. I think it'll be pretty quick. Like you said, it's heavyweight. Things go a little faster at heavyweight. Cardio lasts a little less at heavyweight, and I see myself landing before he does.
So then, primarily, let's stick with the heavyweights here. Both of you guys, I looked up, have a similar opponent, right, in your last matchups, right? JR, you finished him in 30 seconds. Jackson, you finished him in 37 seconds. Is there anything that can be taken, away from that? You were the faster, finisher of Cody Judd, man. And you guys want to weigh in on that?
I don't really think that fight means too much. You know what I mean? I think this is the first real test of the pro career for me. Yeah. 7 seconds, he got me there. So I'll give him that one.
All right. Over here, JR, anything about that matchup with Cody Judd both of you guys faced?
No, not too much. We're both definitely on a different level, so it's not really fair to compare. So it'll be a lot. This one will be a lot entertaining. It's a lot more higher level across the board, so it'll be entertaining.
All right. Then we want to take some questions from the audience. All right, go ahead, little man over there. Mr. Lucas, okay, go ahead. Mr. Lucas, how fast?
That's a great question, Mahar. Honestly, I feel like I come out with like bad intentions going into these fights. I don't come in to have decisions. I come in there to finish fights. I think my hourly rate's pretty solid so far as a pro, so I'd like to keep it that way. So hopefully quick.
All right, don't disappoint that little man there. All right, anybody else has any questions? Go ahead, Timmy time.
You're the Florida man champ. You want to get that 55 belt, or what's happening?
Yeah, if you look at all my opponents so far on Combat Night, I've never taken an easy opponent. I went from Sham Delva to Corey Taylor, now Cedric, all three dogs, and this is definitely going to be another dog fight. And after I beat Cedric Saturday night, I'm really hoping Angel can beat Little Yoel, and me and Angel can meet sometime before the end of the year.
Cedric, you got any eyes on that belt that you win this fight? I know Angel's your training partner and all, but maybe he gets a call
Yeah, I've thought about this for quite some time. Since we trained together, the belt has never been the goal for me. The goal for me is to prove to myself I'm one of the best in the world, and whether I get that belt or not, whether he vacates it, it honestly really doesn't matter to me. I'm just ready to go out there this Saturday and prove this man wrong.
Any other questions we got in the audience over here?
The way I've been preparing for this fight is the same old usual way. Training really hard, doing every single martial art possible. I like to be a perfectionist in everything I do, and I honestly believe that I'm more prepared than Ben is in every aspect of the fight. My training partners are the best in Florida. I think we have the best team at AMA. Mitchell himself has said that we have the best strikers in Florida. That's without a doubt. But I haven't gotten the chance to prove my ground game yet, so I'm excited to see if that, that's not my game plan. I'm, looking for the knockout at all times.
Yeah, definitely, man. And just sticking with that over there, man. I know a lot of you young guys over there at AMA, man. How does it feel? You like the first one out of that, your crew over there with the men, Swaybe, your younger brother to turn pro. Any pressure there, man? You guys done wrecked the amateur scene here in Florida. Now you're the first one to make that big pro jump.
I wouldn't say pressure. I always knew I was going to make it to the pros. I know I'm going to make it to the UFC one day too. It's not so much pressure. It's like motivation. I would like to say motivation, and I feel very blessed to be in the position to be the first pro out of AMA, to be making my MMA debut. And I just want to keep leading the way for my siblings, for everyone else. We're very active at AMA, so you're going to keep seeing the come up. Everyone else is next.
Then on the flip side over here, Ben, he mentioned, man, he's going to try to keep it standing. What's your, game plan in there? I think if one looks at, your history of fights, especially your amateur MMA career, you might have the edge in the grappling aspect of things.
Yeah, I definitely have enjoyed, especially when we went to the smaller cages. I enjoyed grappling, getting in there. I train every aspect. We're a jiu-jitsu gym. We train the wrestling. We train our striking. We train every martial art needed. I'm not stressing whether it become to the striking or the wrestling, whether it be his takedowns, takedown defense. I'm going to bring every ounce of what I've been training for to him, and he's going to feel the pressure on Saturday night.
Okay. All right. Any other questions we got from the audience? Back there, buddy in the back.
Questions for Jackson. Your finishes come fast, and is that raw aggression or something that you practice?
Oh no, that's just preparation. I'm just sharp. I've got to focus on finishing. I tend to funnel people where I want them to be, and then I just take care of business. So that's not raw aggression at all. If anything, it's just calculated planning. That's how I describe it.
Yeah, let them know. Just because you're a big guys got skills too, right?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Now,
I'm trying to stop that narrative that big guys are just sloppy and fat and hit hard. I mean, we train just like everybody else, even if we don't cut weight and we're a little slower and our footwork isn't as good.
All right. Now, so sticking with the heavyweights, I want to ask this question both to JR and Jackson. All right. After you guys step off the scale, what's your guys' first go-to meal after your horrible weight cut you've been going through?
You got it. You go first.
I mean, I haven't had a horrible weight cut in a lot
I was
of
being
years,
sarcastic
but
about it, yeah.
if I was to have one, I'd be getting some pasta and some meat of some kind, probably something like that. So maybe
Pasta,
like,
okay.
Maybe some pasta and meatballs, spaghetti meatballs, something like that.
Where'd you go, like Olive Garden, Carrabba's? Where you going?
No, I gotta go to someplace with real. Like
So,
real
okay.
meat. Yeah, like legit stuff. Yeah.
All right. Over here, Jackson, man, as a heavyweight, man, what's your go-to meal after weigh-ins?
I don't know. Pasta sounds pretty good. You know what I mean? Maybe like a chicken parm sub. That'd be tasty. You got me in the mood for Italian.
Okay.
So yeah, sounds good to me. Tacos sound good.
I might have to join you there. If I could fit into my suit, I might have to join you.
I'm sorry, Ben. My bad, Ben.
All right, let me take another question from the audience back there.
I'm not any of his previous opponents. He's never faced somebody like myself, somebody who can stand there, somebody who can bring it to him, nitty-gritty, not swinging wild, not throwing. just to throw with purpose behind it. Every punch is what I'm going to be throwing. I don't think he's had any issues, even with I've watched a few of his fights when it comes to takedowns and wrestling, and nobody brings what I bring to the table. So, at least what he's seen in the past. So, I'm gonna finish him on Saturday night. No judges needed.
Over here on this side, man, Dave, you got a rebuttal for that?
I don't think he believes that. I don't think he believes that. I respect you, I really do, but I've seen your style before, and we're more than prepared for it. Everyone at AMA has a variety of styles. We have wrestlers, we have kickboxers, we have grapplers. I have every single.
They don't have me.
It don't matter. It don't matter. I've seen his style before. Reckless, the last guy I fought, he was throwing, he was pressuring. It doesn't matter. He could throw all he wants. I'll catch him in the end and knock him out.
Any other question? Any other questions in the audience? Back there again.
Ben, I know you're focused on this fight, but did Vladimir ever give you that ban from your last fight?
He did not ever give me my ban. I will be collecting.
All right, so in the back, he just asked, if you guys follow Combat Night, Bashmir and Ben, they had a fight. They bet a stack, a band, $1,000 on the line. So you're saying that Bashmir, he never paid you?
No, sir.
All right, we're going to see if we can get collections on the phone, Mandy.
I heard he's having a pro fight here soon, a pro debut, so
In Tallahassee.
it'd be great to see him in the near future.
Okay. Ooh, I like that matchup in the pro ranks. Question? What?
That was my question.
Oh, to quit the ban?
Curious if he wanted to have a rematch with Bashmir in the pros.
I don't want a rematch, but if there is a rematch, I will finish him this time.
Yeah, I think me as a fan of the ring announcer, I definitely would like to see that, especially pro, elbows, knees to the head, everything and all that. I think the both of you guys, man, both of your styles, I definitely would like to see that. Any other questions from the audience? Again, go ahead.
Lucas, it's been a year since you fought. How's the ACL holding up heading into your fight?
All right, so he just asked, for those of you at home, he just asked Lucas, everybody knows he came off of a, ACL tear. He asked, what's this going to be like coming back from after being about a year out?
I feel great. Honestly, I feel like that time gave me a lot of ability to work on other parts of my game, other parts of the professional aspect of the sport, whether it's my recovery over at TRXN. I've been really locked in on my recovery. I have a great nutritionist that I've been working with. So just being more professional overall has been a huge boost for me. It gave me a second to kind of step away from the fight game because I've been in it for, since I started at 20. I'm almost 29 now, so better part of almost 10 years of training and fighting in camps, out of camps. This was my first time to really take a step back and see where are my holes, what do I need to work on, and how can I get better. And I really think I took that time to do that. So it's been a long layoff, but I could not be more excited to get back in there. I love doing this shit.
Yeah. Was there anything different that you did during this fight camp, being that you were coming off of that injury?
Not necessarily. I think we always have a good game plan when it comes to my gym. I have really high-level coaches. I have a coach that's coached at literally the highest level in UFC championship level fights. So we have the game planning and the experience around us to do exactly what we need. I have great training partners like Jackson, like Miles himself, that push me and give me all the work that I need, and using my ability to just continue to get better.
Yeah. And on the flip side of your opponent, Ali, man, you're 3-0, man. What are you looking to do against Lucas LaRue to make sure you stay undefeated and improve to 4-0, and who knows what's next after that?
Yeah, I'm looking to do what I always do, which is be a complete MMA fighter, mix it all up, the punches, the kicks, the wrestlings, really use all my tools. And I'm excited for it too. I think it is very courageous for Lucas to take a fight like me coming off of a major injury. So I respect that. I'm definitely not the type of fighter you want to, come back to when you're trying to get back in the cage. So respect on that. And like I said, I see the head kick knockout happening on Saturday.
Okay. All right, any other questions from the audience? Over there?
Got a question for David. David, given this is your pro debut, and say that you put on a spectacular performance this Saturday night, how soon are you looking to get a shot at 135 pro belt?
All right, so you just asked, being that this is David's pro debut, man, if he goes on a tear, how soon is David looking to get a chance at that championship belt?
The minute, God willing, this goes right, and it will. I believe the minute. How many fights do you need to compete for the belt?
I don't think there's a set number. When it comes to the combat night, the matchmakers, the CEO, they just want to see spectacular fights. So say, for instance, if you have 4 finishes, first round finishes, who knows? You can get a shot at the belt, 4-0.
I mean, well, you guys know me. I get active, so the minute I get the chance, I'll take it.
Yeah, man. I see. How about this? I'll put it in stone. You get the 4-0, 4 straight first round finishes. I'll make sure you get one of these like they're in over here, okay?
I'll
or
get
at
10.
least an opportunity to compete for one of those. I ain't gonna give it to you, but 4-0, 4 first round finishes. I'll make sure you fight for that belt. All right?
You're gonna see that. You're gonna see that real soon. Then.
Okay.
Not to get ahead of anyone in the fight that got in front of him, but with the 135-pound division and combat night with guys like Shane Godoy and Joe Gonzalez, and you guys are all kind of making your pro debut at the same time. Ben Harris, a lot of guys up north. What is the one and only Romello Union making his going down to 135 now. I feel like the 135-pound division and the 170-pound division are the most stacked that we have. How do you feel about your division in general in combat night?
So for the audience out there, he just asked, it's a whole bunch of young, up-and-coming killers in the bantamweight division making their pro debut soon. So how does David feel as though he fares against those individuals competing, for the championship one belt?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't fight Joe. He's my brother. He grew up in AMA at a young age. But everyone else, I'm as confident as I can be. I believe I'm better than everyone else at 35. I mean, the goal, like who said it earlier? The goal isn't the combat night belt. I'm gonna collect it along the way. But the UFC belt is really what's on my mind. And to get that belt, I have to believe I'm the best, and that's what I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions from the audience? Questions? Nobody? I'm sorry. Y'all got no questions over there? Go ahead.
I got one for Ben Harris. Question for you, man. Because it looks like David, it's really on his mind that he really wants to go to the UFC and prove himself as the best in the world. Would you say that's the same for yourself, or are you just here passing the time for fun, or do you truly want to be in the UFC as well?
I want to compete with the best. I want to continue training to be the best. My goal is 100% to get in the UFC and become a UFC champion. Whatever road and whatever journey I need to take, whether that be knocking David out, winning a decision, whatever it takes, including winning this Saturday, I'm going to do it.
Oh, yeah, I could clap. Y'all can clap for that. That was a good answer. Good answer. All right, so just another question, general question for everybody. I know everybody's saying back and forth, yeah, I'm going to beat him. No, I'm going to beat him. What are some of the advantages? I guess we'll start with you, Ben, since you got the mic. What are some of the advantages you see that you have over your opponent?
I think I have more in-cage, at least, MMA experience. He's definitely got some Muay Thai, some kickboxing background. He's definitely probably trained MMA for a while. I'm definitely not neglecting that. I'm sure he's been training for a long time, but I guarantee you that my striking overall is going to be not subpar to his. It's going to be an elite level of grappling and an elite level of pressure coming his way, and I really hope he's ready.
On the flip side to you, David, what areas you think you have the advantage against Ben?
Everywhere. I haven't got, not to be arrogant, it's not arrogance, it's just confidence. Like I said, I mean, you see my siblings alone. You see Kevin Angel, you see Christian Angel, you see Amin Swaby, all my training partners are
Your
up to
family
par
can't
with me.
fight for you.
I'm not saying that, but didn't you just get finished? Like, your last fight a month ago?
That's the first time I've been finished in my entire amateur. First time.
Not to disrespect you, Ben. I respect you. But I believe I have everything. The skill set, the grappling, the kickboxing, the boxing. My hands alone
You're
are
supposed to
good.
believe that. But at the end of the day, Saturday, I'm getting that win.
But you don't have that. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have any of that. He can't even keep his hands up.
All right, well, let's move over to the heavyweights. JR, same question to you, man. What are some of the advantages you feel that you have over the last caveman Jackson over there?
This is a good one because we're both big athletic heavyweights. I think we actually got some skills that show off a little bit better for the heavyweight division. So I think he's solid all around. He's tall, long, athletic. So I think I'm just a little bit more in all the areas. And got a little bit of age on him, so that helps. A little bit of size and a little bit of experience. So that's why I think it'll be such a good fight. I was happy to get a good opponent. So that's what we were looking for here.
On the flip side over to you, Jackson, man. What advantage you feel you have over JR?
Yeah, I think I'm faster, and I think I'm probably a little cleaner in a lot of areas. I think he's been training longer than me. He's got the black belt, so he's certification and knowledge. But I'm a skills over belts guy. I think I'm more dynamic on the ground. I think I just have better fundamentals, and everywhere in between. I think I'm a little better. Wrestling, speed, angles, all that good stuff.
Okay. Over to the welterweights, Ali, man. What are some? I know you mentioned before. You're saying like this is a bad fight for Lucas to come back, to especially off of the injury. With you, what are some of the advantages you feel like you have in your game set?
Yeah, so they don't call me the lion for nothing, right? The lion isn't the fastest, right? That's the cheetah. The lion isn't the strongest, right? That's the elephant. But what makes the lion the king of the jungle? It's his mindset, right? If the lion sees an elephant, he thinks that's lunch. If an elephant sees a lion, he thinks run, right? So first of all, it's my mindset above everything. But I also think I'm faster, I'm stronger. I think Lucas is a very good fighter, but I just simply believe that I'm a little bit better than him everywhere. And especially when it comes to mindset, nobody has a stronger mindset than me.
Good, very good question. I feel like you practiced that lion thing, man. That's good. That's good. All right, over here, Lucas, man, what are some advantages you have over Ali?
I think that this is a super competitive matchup in terms of, like I said, the matchmaking. We're both undefeated prospects, and I have a lot of respect for Ali. He comes from a good camp. I know he takes it seriously, which is one of the reasons why I wanted this fight. I don't want to take any gimme fights. In my pro career so far, I haven't fought anybody with a loss, and I want to be able to test myself against those types of guys. Even though I only have 2 pro fights, I do feel like I'm at that level where I can really compete with anybody at the welterweight division. Also, lions do not live in the jungle. They are plain animals, so that would be a tiger.
All right. Then over here, the champion, man, what are some of the areas you feel like you have advantages over Cedric?
Like I said, I respect Cedric's game wholeheartedly. He's a very well-rounded opponent. I respect the gym he trains out of. He's got great coaches, great teammates. But I think me as a whole fighter is better top to bottom. I feel like I hit harder. My striking's more crisp, clean. I feel like I have the better wrestling. I do know he did recently get his brown belt. I may be wrong about that. If you did, congratulations. He does have me beat there on paper. I've been a purple belt for 7 years, so, he's got me beat on the jiu-jitsu, I guess, if we go by belt. But I think overall I've just fleshed out my game so much thanks to Vince McGinnis and have really become the better complete fighter.
All right. Over here, Cedric, man.
I just want to echo what Theo said. I do respect you as a fighter and as a person. I did just get my brown belt. I actually was a white belt for 7+ years, so I kind of feel you on that. But overall, as far as like my advantages, I really just feel like I am very well rounded no matter where we go. Like I was telling you, Miles, when we was at the gym last week, like I don't, there's not anywhere that I don't feel uncomfortable. Whether you take me down, I take you down, we stand up on the feet, we stay in the clinch, no matter where we're at. And I just feel like I'm going to be the more dominant guy. And my game plan, I have no plans to wrestle. My plans is to get the finish on the feet.
Are we going to have a no-shoot deal?
Are we going to have y'all going to put a ban on it? The first person to shoot, also ban?
I ain't got the money to do that, but I can promise you I'm not shooting.
Listen, I'm going to do whatever it takes for me to win the fight. If I see a takedown, I'm going to take a takedown. But my game plan, honestly, I'm taller than him. I'm longer than him. I like the way he strikes. I seen the way you was fighting Corey, and I immediately hit them up and said, let me get that fight.
That's a little crazy to me coming off of your last win, 1-11. That was your opponent, right?
Yep, that was my opponent. But you're my next one, so don't worry about that.
That's true.
Don't worry about that. This was supposed to happen in Tampa, but, I had a little injury that set me back, but that's
fine. I had to get married, so this is perfect timing. Perfect timing for us.
Now, talking about that, man, how does it feel, now does your wife, is there any more concerns? But she's been with you for a minute now, but how's it adding husband now to the load of training? You guys don't have any kids yet, do you?
No kids. That's kind of the next step the family wants from us, but she's a little bit. She deals with enough kids as a school teacher, so. But she's, you know what? Going off the topic from the back and forth with Cedric, I just want to give my wife the credit where it's due because, I mean, every fight camp, she helps me with the weight cut, prepares my meals, no matter how my attitude may go south. You know how it is, the low carbs, low salt. I just got to give her the credit where it's due because she's always doing it for me since we've been together. And she's always believed in me, too. Like, when I proposed to her, I told you guys, ever since day one, I told her when I was an amateur, I had one fight. I want to be a fighter. I want to go to the UFC. I want to go to PFL. I want to do something in this sport. I have 2 degrees that I could be doing shit with. You want to know what I'm doing? I'm a waiter on the weekends, and I train full time. That's how much I've sacrificed over the past 5, 6, 7, 10 years for this. And she sacrificed every bit with me. And I feel like that I'm starting to show the fruits of my labors ever since I've gone pro. 100% finish rate, and I got her riding right next to me, and I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else.
I must say, that was like, when you proposed to her after that fight, that was like my top 10 favorite combat night moments of all time. So I just want to say, thank you for allowing me to be, a little bit a part of that.
I appreciate Combat Night for making that a part of it. That was an absolute war with Marcellus Wallace, who dude was like a 10-0 kickboxer, 2-1 MMA fighter. It was a tough test for me at the time, and I feel like that was a big wake-up call getting the win on that guy after he kicked me in the head in the second round and had to come back too. But it was a pleasure to do that, especially in my hometown.
Yeah. And on the flip side for you, Cedric, I know you got you got a wife, you got kids, and also too. Talk to them. What's it like balancing it? And you got multiple businesses. We see you on the ground. We know you out here getting money, man. How you balance it all?
Man, there is no balance. No matter what area of my life, wherever I'm focusing on, there's something that's getting neglected. And similar to what Theo said, I've been sacrificing a lot. I got 4 degrees, multiple businesses, and I've literally basically been throwing all that away for this dream. I make a decent amount of money in cybersecurity, but that doesn't bring me the joy and happiness. This is a dream for me that I'm working hard every single day to make happen. And I kind of want to echo exactly what Theo was saying. I feel like I do need to give my wife credit. I always do, because similar to what he was saying, I get, when I'm cutting weight, I get pretty aggy. That's the best way to put it. And I just want to say thank you to her because she supports me through everything and really helps me out with the meals and all that good stuff too.
Shout out to all the girlfriends and the wives out there, and the moms too. Any other questions out there? Question, go ahead.
I just wanted to give a shout out to my girl real quick.
Yeah. Shout out to Brandy. I know you're at home watching, and Charlie too.
I also have a fiance.
Lucas is gay. Okay.
If I gotta not be.
Anybody else want to give their ladies a special, shout out?
Hey, thank you, Haley. I love you.
Haley.
Thanks,
Shout
Belen. I
out to
love
my
you, baby.
girlfriend.
Shout out to
Appreciate it.
Belen.
Shout out to my girlfriend, Antoinette. I love you.
Okay. Shout out Antoinette. Anybody else? Lucas.
Shout out to my fiance Lauren. I'm getting married in February, so that's gonna be sweet.
Okay. Anybody else here? Ali, JR, you guys are just
Thank you.
bachelors?
Thank you to my lionesses in the Lions Pride. Thank you.
Okay.
No, but I got my kids.
Kid-
so
okay, there
they
you
keep
go.
me- that's
Oh, look at the
actually my
kids over there,
bosses, so
okay.
yeah, I got them. So it keeps me having them all the time. Keeps me in line. So
All right. Anybody any other questions? Question over here.
I'm definitely not worried. I'm aware of his 2 finishes, but I step in with killers every single time I step in that cage. I'm not stressing it one bit. I've prepared for him, specifically his style, and I train my ass off every fucking day for this thing. So I'm very prepared. I'm very ready. And much respect to him, even though he didn't want to give me a handshake earlier. Much respect to him.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna fight. We're not gonna go in there and cuddle. There's no reason There's no reason to shake hands. I respect you. Don't get me wrong. Like
Don't get disrespectful now, buddy.
I'm not getting disrespectful, but I'm saying like it's
I'm
a narrative going around,
in there
especially
to
here
hug
in
you,
Comment
buddy.
Night.
I'm not going in there to
It's a
hug you, but
narrative
if I
going
choke you
around
out
in
in the
Comment Night.
meantime,
It's a narrative going around in Comment Night. A little dispute because my brother went through the same thing, but people are getting like tight about no handshakes. I'm making it clear now, like I respect you. You have all the respect in the world from me. But I'm going to go in there to take your head off your shoulders on Saturday. I don't see a reason to shake your hand before the fight.
One last question before we get out here in the back.
David, with all the confidence, are you willing to put a bet behind it?
Another gambling.
I'm not going to say I'm broke, but
I see you clean. That watch look kind of clean over there, man.
hey, but like before I continue, shout out to AMA for coming out. Shout out to my sponsors. WAFT, best training company in America. Shout out to my sponsors.
All right. Before we get to anybody else got any sponsors they want to give a shout out to? Now's the platform. Now's the time to use it.
Yeah, shout out Lahio Biogenics, Somnus Haven, Rewire, and Fighter Bodies. I appreciate y'all.
I want to give a shout out to Lato's Strength and Conditioning. You know, I've been with them for quite some time, and I definitely feel like that's been helping me step up. Vital Fuel Nutrition was my nutritionist, and both my gyms, Dark Wolf MMA and Fusion XL, all my teammates and coaches there.
I got a couple shout outs. I got one to my sponsors first off, Happy AI and Babyzilla AI, the future of AI automation coming to your business that you can get to do all your business organization needs. I also have for Cavalerio Steak and Seafood House, if you want some of the best steak and seafood in New York, that's your stop, and right in Alexandria Bay. Black Lion Strength and Performance, if you want to knock people out like me, get with Coach Frederick Sadler. Also have the mustard seed supplements. If you need all your supplement needs, ergogenics, whatever it may be, hit them up online. And then I also have, for myself, if you need a tax-free income plan, hit me up, DM me. I got tax-free retirement plans for you, all right?
Also, another shout out to Central Florida Wealth Management. Also helps with your taxes. I believe they're the best in Florida. Again, another shout out to WAP. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. The best training facility in America. Help protect your families, where our families train. Shout out to them. And still working it out with Ben. But if that goes through, shout out to him for his fight tape guards, USA. So hopefully that goes through.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any more questions, one last question, little man, before we get out of here. Go ahead. Combat Night is amazing. All right, give it up, everybody, for Combat Night. Okay? Combat Night is amazing. All right, they got all the merch, all the merchandising up here. A lot of, up-and-coming people. I definitely believe you'll see a bunch of these guys here, whether it's the PFL, whether it's the UFC. Remember, if you can't make it here in the Silver Spurs Arena, at home you can watch it. Make sure you click that pay-per-view link. The first fight will be at 4 o'clock, all right? I'm calling it 4 o'clock, so make sure you get here early. I know sometimes you casual fans want to stroll in there, like, I'll just wait. No, 4 o'clock, I'm calling that very first fight, ladies and gentlemen, from top to bottom, the amateur card all the way through to the pros. Each fight is guaranteed to be a nonstop banger, ladies and gentlemen. So 4 o'clock, that first fight will start. Ho, 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 you already know. We're going to move the tables and get some face-offs, and here comes back Mitch.
All right, guys, like Miles said, this is my favorite part of weigh-ins and press conferences are these face-offs. That's it, guys. Let's move these chairs, let's move these tables, and get a face-off in.
Grab your stuff, gentlemen. Otherwise, I'll take yours. All this shit yours. Gloves, hydration, defense soap, everyday dose coffee.
The wi- I can use the wireless.
Well, you unplug it, and it's a cable. Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys. I am super excited for these fights. I've already said it a couple of times. For the Florida man title, we got Cedric Lusant challenging Theron Thorne. All right, face that way. All right, fellas, looking forward to it. Next up in the welterweight division, a very exciting fight. We got two young up-and-coming prospects. We got Ali Abazulam and Lucas LaRue. All right, fellas, looking forward to it. Hands everywhere. All right, all right. Next up, we got two young guns. One making their pro debut, one taking their second pro fight. We got Ben Aris versus David Angel. All right, and last but not least in the heavyweight division today, we've got Jackson Stanford versus J.R. Crosby. All right, guys, that is it for the press conference. We appreciate everybody for coming out and being a part of this, the fighters, the fans. We couldn't do this without you guys. The link is live on Instagram, so you can share it. Let your friends and family watch it after the fact. I've tagged all you guys in some posts. Remember, on Saturday, the report time or the first fight, we walk in at 4 p.m. The doors open at 3:15 p.m. If you would like to come out to the weigh-ins will be at the venue as well on Friday. Face-offs will be at 1 o'clock. That is it, guys. Looking forward to it.